Hello, Princeton High School. This is Gordon Goodwin. I just listened to you guys play My Man Sam. Really enjoyed it. I could tell you worked really hard on your presentation and getting the nuance of the chart together. I was particularly impressed by how it sounded from an outdoor recording. Playing outdoors is the worst. It's when you don't have a reflective surface for the sound to bounce back to you. It can be very difficult as a horn player to play with nuance out there because you tend to overplay. And so the audio is actually very good considering that. I'd say that as a rule, the ensemble's phrasing was very good, with a couple of exceptions where it would just kind of slip off the beams. Like there's a lick in the song that goes da do da 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 da. So those middle notes in there that are kind of short. Da 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 da. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Do 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 da do da da do da 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 da. So everything's a legato until those do da 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 da. And you guys are not agreeing on the placement of those short notes in that phrase. It's kind of a compositionally kind of a bit of contrast, to add a little bit of energy into previously these sustained notes, legato passages. So we all need to agree on things like that. But there was a minimum of that. I could tell that you guys had worked on your phrasing. Some bands I hear have problems with the quarter notes, like on the bridge of the song, da 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 da, because it shouldn't be da 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 da. They're a little more length than that. Da 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 da. You guys seem to place that very nicely. Dynamics were really good, like I said, particularly since it was you guys were set up outdoors. The tempo you chose was fast for my taste, although it held. The tempo was was steady through the whole thing. Let me play you for a minute. This is the Big Fat Band's version of this. We recorded it, haven't released it yet. We do it slower, like this. So you can hear how the band bit into the do-da-da-da-do-da, that one bar. You know, they kind of focus in on that. I think you guys are a few beats a minute faster than that. It's a choice, you know. For my aesthetic, finding the right tempo, and this is something that Count Basie was a master of. Finding the right tempo is the most important thing, almost, of a song. If you play this like this, do-da-da, 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 even if you play it really well, it gets a little bit dirgy and has an inclination to slow down further, which we just don't want. However, if you play it too fast, do-da-da, do-da-da, do-da, then you've lost the coolness of it. I was trying to kind of depict the character of Sammy Nestico. He's just kind of relaxed and cool and happy, you know. So once again, that is a choice that you guys can make, because it's your job to take the notes on the page and bring it to life, and in whatever manner is true for you. As far as the blend of the band goes, and I know you basically had mixed this, so that's not always in the player's control. So I was kind of trying to deduce what the real balance of the band was as opposed to after it got mixed. It seemed a little saxophone heavy. I love saxophones, but I didn't really hear enough trumpets. I often don't hear enough trumpets amongst younger bands. Part of it is an issue of air support and just projection. Some of it is trumpet players that hold their horns pointing down, as opposed to most professional and more advanced players, their horns are up, like kind of a parallel to the ground. So the sound will go out further. It'll go over the heads of the trombones and the saxes out to the audience. And what happens is the band gets a brighter, a little more sizzle to the ensemble sound. However, if you guys got your horns pointed down to the ground or into the music stand, you're not doing the band any favors. The trumpets are the engine. If the trumpets are giving me a little bit more breath support, a little more intention, then the sections of the song that need to go to that extra gear, and there's not a lot of them in this one, but at the end of the song where it goes, wherever that is, right? It's here it is. Oh, I don't have bar numbers in my score. Okay. Well, you know, moments like that, I need that extra bit of gas out of the trumpets. Where's it going to come from? It's going to come from strength in your chops, your air, and then, you know, your horn being up and out. A trumpet teacher, if you got one, can help you to develop that. If you listen to my band, and listen to Wayne Bergeron, and listen to how much air he puts out. Now, he's a big guy, got a big old chest, you know, and when he takes a breath, he goes, tons of air, you know, but he can play long phrases. And matter of fact, there's a phrase at the beginning of this chart. To the beginning? Here it is. I'm hopeless. I can't find it. It's kind of an extended phrase, and I think you guys took a breath, whereas it would be nice to sustain it. Oh, here it is. Here it is. It's going into bar 58. Okay, so the brass in bar 49, 50, 53. Da do 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 da do 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 da do 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 da do da 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 do da pop. Now, did you hear how I just sung it? I crescendoed and do da pop. I don't know if that's the right key. Let's see. It is kind of. It was nice. It was the loudest point of the phrase. So I made sure I breathed in all those eighth rests. Do 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 dot, do 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 dot. Even if I don't need it, I breathe there because I want to be able to sustain. Da 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 do do da 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 da. I need to have enough air for the crescendo, and then the last three notes. Do da ba. Excuse me. A singer, I am not. Maybe you noticed. Okay, air. Don't forget. Air. So important. And it's also important for the rhythm section. It's not really air for the rhythm section, is it? But it is focus and intent. And this rhythm section did a really good job, actually. When the drum is going ding, 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 and the bass player is going doom, 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 doom. On electric bass, it's a little harder than on upright bass to get a little bit of an attack on the sound. Doom, 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 doom. Connecting the quarter notes. So it is a doom, 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 doom. There's no air in between those notes. It has to sustain. And it has to be completely locked with the ride cymbal. So that drummer's right hand, man, keep your eye and your ear on that. Those two elements have to be together. That's the key to making this music move, making it swing. I see that you had all the auxiliary instruments. I wish I could have heard them. I couldn't hear the flutes very well. The clarinets off on the island on the side, and the French horn, I think. That's an artifact of the way you had to record it. I get it, but it's good to see you guys there for sure. So the soloists, I think, were good. I think I would like to have as a soloist, you have to be able to embrace the fact that this is you. This is your moment. If it's 16 bars or 8 bars or 24 bars or a whole chart that you're featured, you need to step up and own that responsibility. You need to embrace the opportunity to be a soloist, even if you're not ready. Listen, we never feel like we're ready, ever. I can tell you that right now. I haven't played piano for a while, and I'm in the point now where I'm climbing back up that ladder to get back so I can play and feel good about my playing. So I've been kind of working on that. So it's an ongoing organic process, but you need to be able to show the audience, I want to be here. I want to play this solo. That means you fake it till you make it. Even if you're not confident, go up there and pretend that you belong, and you'll find that eventually your body language will evolve and you will belong. It's a weird thing. Of course, that means you got to know the scales and the chords. You have to know what it is you're trying to say in that solo. This song's got a pretty specific set of chord changes, right? The key center moves all around, starts in the key of F, but then moves to key of D and all over the place. Got to keep up with that so that you're in sync with the chords, doing honor to the song and doing honor to the great Sammy Nestico, who I discovered when I was your age, maybe younger, eighth grade. I discovered his music and became changed my life, and then later I became friends with him. And then I wrote this chart, and now you guys are playing it. So, funny how life works. Okay, thanks you guys. Really appreciate it. It's Gordon Goodwin. Have a great year, and hopefully soon you'll be able to play together without the mask, without the distancing, and really connect as a band, because when that happens with you guys, it's going to be off the charts. Okay, thank you.